Hell yeah, you can make your own toothpaste. It's actually so easy. Why didn't anyone ever tell me about this? For your whole life, you've probably been using toothpaste that looks like this. It's white, it's kind of minty, maybe it has some racing stripes, and it comes in a disposable plastic tube. Now, it is extremely unlikely that your toothpaste tube is going to be recycled, and that's because most tubes are made from a composite of different types of plastic polymers which make them unable to be recycled. Organisations like TerraCycle are working with companies like Tom's Toothpaste that I've got here to recycle tubes. But when you think about all of the energy that it takes to collect the tubes, to chop them up into little pieces and then wash them, it seems like a pretty roundabout way when it's so easy for us to make it ourselves. And what if I told you you could make your own that is better, cheaper, and zero waste? And it's not weird, I promise. Not weird. Now you might think making your own toothpaste, that is crazy, that is like way too hard. Or you might think, you know, maybe it's not that good for my teeth. My name's Katie, I'm an environmental engineer and a zero waste evangelist, and I will show you how it's done. Now for this recipe, there are 4 ingredients. We have peppermint oil, baking soda, coconut oil, and a little bit of table salt. You pretty much just use equal parts coconut oil and baking soda. So we're going to use 6 tablespoons of coconut oil and 6 tablespoons of baking soda for this portion. Now this is like, it's like so easy. I just get so excited. I want to like run into a tree or something. So let's just measure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we'll add our 6 tablespoons of baking soda. I got this from a food co-op in bulk, so even more zero waste. If you can be more zero, which you can't, but you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to be very generous with the amount of peppermint oil that we use. We're going to use 25, 35 drops of full eyedropper because we want it to be extra minty. And we're going to add half a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, of table salt. And now we mix her up. You can melt your coconut oil by putting it in the microwave for 20 or 30 seconds or just running it under some hot water. So now we have our delightful homemade toothpaste. What are we going to put it in? You might want to use something simple like a glass jar or a small mason jar like I have here. Or if you want something a bit fancier, try one of these Go tubes. They're made from a company called Human Gear and you can get them on Amazon. I paid about $17 for these 3 tubes. They're made of silicone and you can put any type of cream product in them. They're designed for you to take body care products traveling, but they're perfect for any zero waste lifestyle. And I've put a link in the description below if you're interested in checking them out. So these are just so easy to use. We just take the cap off and then we can just pour our mixture in. The coconut oil will solidify as it cools down. And so there we have our very tidy, extremely inexpensive and effective homemade zero waste toothpaste. And what's also interesting is that scientific reports show that baking soda is actually better to brush your teeth with than conventional toothpaste. Now I'm gonna brush me some teeth with this stuff. We have the toothbrush. Look at that, isn't she beautiful? What a beauty. Just look at it up close in the camera. And brush her teeth. This is just great. So good, so tasty with the salt and the nice clean feeling of the baking soda and all that peppermint oil. I just gotta have some more. Party in my mouth. Hello. Beautiful. So don't put this off any longer. Go to your cupboard or go to the store, get the ingredients that you need and start making your own toothpaste. I promise you won't regret it. And you will love your zero waste life. Once you give up plastic packaged personal care products, your bathroom will be liberated from all of this plastic junk. Now, making your own toothpaste may seem like a small act in a big world with really big environmental problems, but zero waste living is one of the most powerful things you can do to reduce your environmental footprint. And oh my God, it's just so much fun to make all this stuff. Please do share this video with anyone you know who uses toothpaste in a plastic tube, which is probably just about everyone. So that means you definitely need to share the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the Deep Trashed YouTube channel for more zero waste tips so we can deep trash the world. You know, my whole life I just never knew about this, you know, no matter how deep the hippie, how radical the anarchists, how patchouli the chai tents were, nobody ever made their own toothpaste. I mean, none of us worked it out that we didn't need corporations to make all this stuff for us. I mean, we can just make it ourselves.